I shall be back. You shall be back? Sure.
Champion man.
Champion Organa. Moses Sabo.
Damisha.
Chairman Ago. You already know. Why the temple shit? That go away.
Council,
1 minute.
Council, expected. Yes, that's expected because we believe in the rule of law. Fante was invited by the police. When he had a window that the police is looking for him, he graciously honored the invitation. I accompanied him to the police PID office yesterday at about 1 p.m. So, a citizen who respects the rule of law and having had a wind that the security agencies are looking for him, graciously goes in person voluntarily, honored the invitation, upon which he was arrested. Then the police come to court, asking the court to remand him. It is clearly unfair, because if the court had heeded to the plea of the police or the prosecution, that would have been a miscarriage of justice. Because this person appeared to stand trial. He appeared personally because he notes and admits that he's innocent, and that he's ready to face trial if the prosecution is minded to pursue the matter. And the court graciously heeded to our prayer and granted the accused person's bail. We are looking at the prosecution. They are minded to proceed on the charges and the brief facts as filed before this court. We graciously appear before the court and argue our case out. And we believe solemnly that the will of God and the will of
100,000, the sum of 100,000 with two sureties who are public officers or gainfully employed.
And who are we referring to? And whose bail condition is?
Yes, Fante commander.
The Fante comedy guy.
I'm sure the others will follow suit, and I will be counsel for tomorrow's case. So that one is not before the court though, but at least I'm privy to the charge sheet. So
which one is happening tomorrow?
Achimkwa. So it's happening tomorrow. So tomorrow I'll be in court to do that.
And please, what time?
The court will start by 8:30.
Your stations are down.
No, the stations will come back pretty soon.
When are they coming?
I think that if the Ghana police intends to apply the law, they have to apply it fairly. Look, we've been in this country. My deputy is here, Ablikumanov. Close to about a month now. We had thugs who you recall how the man handled my deputy. They engaged in such blatant lawlessness.
Another party folks.
They were about 20 in number. Their images are all over. Their images are all over. The videos all over. It went viral as we speak. The Ghana police has not effected any arrest. They have not put anybody before the court. So I'm surprised how somebody in a small corner, say Obama Pupiase, will just post something and it is deemed to be an infringement on the law, and quickly he is rounded up and sent to the police CID. You have a journalist expressing his view. Yes, I understand. We do not condone such comments. But the fact is that we have been in this country where a journalist sat on radio and said that the plane that is carrying the former president, he is expecting that plane to crash, and God should kill Nanado.
No, but two wrongs do not make it right.
That is why I'm saying that if you want to apply the law, apply it fairly. Apply it fairly. And there is no expiry date on the criminal activity. So if you want to apply the law, do same. Look, there was this gentleman in Kumasi on Boss FM. He's an NDC person called Nanawan also, who said that the MPP, we are behind the helicopter crash, and that in November also he is expecting that about 9 of our members will also die. So is the Ghana police saying they haven't heard that? On Boss FM, we had an NDC member, is it Lostewa Nana Poku or so, who said that the former IGP is a murderer and he's been killing people at the police headquarters. He further stated that the Boko conflict, Mr. Adam Bona, who is in charge of small scale arms, small arms commission, he's been supplying those behind the Boko conflict with arms and ammunition, and he's not being called for questioning. And if there's any national security threat which has become an albatross around the nation's neck, it is the Boko conflict, and he's not being caught. So that is why I'm saying that if the IGP or the police intends to apply the law, they must do it fairly, not to go after innocent people. Look, this Fante comedy guy,
Harmless.
he hosted people on his TikTok page. It was a platform for a discussion. Somebody passed a comment. He himself even came out the following day also to apologize. And you arrest this person. For what? So I think that the political harassment.
So we are told some of your party you were in there, one has been granted bail. What do you have to say?
Well, they are alleged to have said things that should not be said, and the accused persons have pleaded guilty. They have pleaded not guilty to the charges. So I think that based on that, their counsel pleaded for them to be given bail. And listening to the cogent arguments put forward by the counsel, the court in its wisdom and discretion granted all of them bail. And I think that there's a victory for democracy. Unfortunately, if you look at particularly Obama's issue, somebody who is publicly known, somebody who have a permanent place of abode, was ransacked and broken into his house by these so-called national security. Because at the end of the day, because they didn't come or they didn't invite him, you wouldn't know whether they are from the national security or not. And I think these are things that we must avoid. We create unnecessary tension, we create unnecessary fear and panic, then we turn around to accuse citizens of this country of rather creating fear and panic. And I think that anytime the NDC is in power, we hear these charges of fear and panic, and I think that it is not good for our democracy.
Did you hear the statement that were made by these people? Some of them said it.
Incoming chairman, Papa. Come on.
I'm mounting a boss.
Jonah.